came down here looking for a story. I thought maybe you were a mermaid.
I'm from Connecticut.
Stay away from Chief Sanderson's fiancée.
Somebody's in the nude.
Shake it like two maracas.
She's a sweet little beauty. I was looking at his boat.
We've all been down on hers.
It was a manuscript in a box that Hunter and I happened to stumble upon one night while looking through the Fear and Loathing manuscripts. And there it was, you know, and he hadn't seen it in, I don't know, God knows how many years, maybe since he wrote it, you know, in 1959. And he decided actually in that moment that we should do it as a movie.
I'll bet you scream before I do.
He, for the most part, had no fear, you know, even though he wrote a lot about fear and panic and things like that. He was quite a man, you know.
He adores Hunter, great friends, great, you know, done lots of adventures together and taken the oxygen because of the intensity of the hangovers and all of that kind of thing.
How does anybody drink 161 miniatures?
Are they not complimentary? Once Hunter made his exit, I felt, okay, my partner's no longer sitting next to me, but we're gonna keep moving as if he is, and we're gonna get this thing done, and we're gonna get the guy that we want, who's our dream, which is Bruce Robinson, to do this thing.
And then Johnny came out of the blue with this novel. He sent me the novel, will you write it? And it was a tricky one to do, but anyway, I wrote it, not expecting to be its director, and then Johnny is saying, you know, now you're gonna direct it. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, this is Johnny Depp, and I, you know, live on a farm in England with a fucking chicken on my head.
It was a real indie-type movie, the way it was made. It was really fly on the seat of your pants. We couldn't afford, you know, if we couldn't afford a set, we would find something else. The set designer was fantastic on saying, okay, this is the set for the bar, we're gonna turn it around and make it a set for something else. Everyone kind of paid homage to Hunter and to Johnny's passion and Bruce's passion, and we all kind of got in as a family and did it together.
The only way I felt that I could be true to the book, in a sense, was by being me, honest me, not looking in the book, oh, what line did Hunter use here, you know. So I read the book twice, literally twice, and threw it away, and then wrote in the vernacular of Hunter Thompson.
Now all this might sound like some crazed hallucination, but it's all true, I think.
His passion and his love for Hunter, and that's part of his DNA. That's natural to him. He doesn't have to act. When he showed up on set in Puerto Rico every day, it wasn't Johnny acting and getting into costume like Alice in Wonderland or Charlie or anything. You know, he came on and he knew exactly the role he was playing. It was very easy for him.
I think the biggest challenge for me was really playing, you know, having played Hunter, you know, in 1971 for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and then playing Hunter a version of Hunter in 1959, 1960, which is, you know, before the time that the guy actually found his voice. You know, he was teetering on the precipice of becoming Hunter S. Thompson, but he hadn't found that voice yet. He had the rage.
A comedic rage that he looks at stuff that makes him so angry that without his talent, it would be a Kalashnikov. But because he's talented, he turns it into his world, his humor, and he puts himself into that.
What I need is someone with the right kind of eyes.
For looking at what?
Looking at that.
It's about having a voice and going after what you believe in the world. And I think we can all relate to that in certain ways, right? And I really feel that that's his journey, is coming down to this island, finding out the politics, finding out what's going on, and making a decision that he's not just going to be one of those guys that lay low. Is he being a leader or is he being led?
Hunter was always about a kind of freedom to me, you know. He was always incredibly free and incredibly brilliant and smart about his and understanding his freedom, and there was an irreverence to him that was linked into that brilliant mind of his. He was so smart that he ultimately just didn't care, you know what I mean? He cared, but it's like caring so much that eventually you don't care.
The thing that I would hope comes through is that sense of sort of youthful adventure, you know?
This is not just about being a Hunter Thompson fan and gonzo journalism and telling that story. It's a fun movie, and it's a fun, entertaining ride that I thought, you know, is bigger than just a Hunter Thompson movie.